Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about the lesson Anti-Colonial Movements and the Birth of Nationalism. Wahhabi Rebellion in Parasat. The Parasat region is in Bengal. The Wahhabi movement originated in around 1827 in the Parasat region. The Wahhabi rebellion is an anti-imperial and anti-landlord movement. It was led by Titu Mir, who he was an Islamic preacher and then influenced by an Wahhabi teaching. He became an influential figure because of the predominantly Muslim peasantry oppressed under the coercive Jamindari system. Next, tribal uprising. Under colonial rule, the first time the Indian history government claimed the direct proprietary right over forests. The British and its encouragement of the commercialization of the forest, it led to the disintegration of the traditional tribal system. So, the non-tribal peoples entered the Adivasis land and plundered this land. So, the non-tribal peoples are moneylenders, traders, land grabbers, and contractors. So, Adivasi people lost their land and displacement from the traditional habitats. The tribal resistance there was therefore a response against those who either introduced changes in the peaceful tribal life. Next, Coal Revolt. The Coal Revolt was a major tribal revolt. The Coal Uprising of 1831 to 32 it took place in Chota Nagpur and the Singhbum region of Jharkhand and Orissa. The Coal Revolt under the leadership of the Bindrai and Singrai. Why the Coal Revolt broke out in this region? The reason is the Raja of Chota Nagpur had leased out to the moneylenders the job of revenue collection. So the moneylenders, the usury and forcible eviction to tribals from their land led to the resentment of the Kols. Initially, the Kol people protest and resistance Kol was in the form of plunder, arson, and attacks on the properties of the outsiders, and then followed by killing of moneylenders and merchants. By warning to all outsiders to leave, the tribal leaders adopted varied methods to spread their message, such as the beating of drums. But the British suppressed the rebellion with great violence. Next is Santal Hulls insurrection. The Santal peoples were very spot in the eastern India when forced to move out of their homeland during the process of the creation of Jamins under the permanent settlements. Through the permanent settlements cleared the forest area under the Rajmahal hills. The Rajmahal around the habitats is Santals. So the people were first oppressed by the local police and the European officers, and then they were engaged in the railway construction. The Sandal people pushed out of the familiar habitat and the Sandals were forced to rely on the moneylenders for their subsistence. Soon they were trapped in the vicious circle of debt and exaction. In this, the Sandals also felt neglected under the corrupt British administration and their inability to render justice to their legitimate grievances. Next, outbreak of the movement. Around 1854 activities, the social banditry led by the persons named Bir Singh, he was unreported from different places. These were directed against Mahajans and traders. In 1855, the two Sandal brothers, Sidhu and Kanu, proclaimed that they had received a divine message from the God asking them to lead the rebellion. By July 1855, the rebellion has taken the form of open insurrection against the Maghajans and Jamindars and the British officials. How they agitated the people? They marched with bow, poisoned arrows, axes, and sword, taking over the Rajmahal and Bahalpur by proclaiming the company rule was about to end. So in response, villages were raided and properties destroyed by the British. In 1855, an act was passed by the British people for the Sandals to regulate and occupied by the Sandals. The act formed the territory into a separate division called Sandal Barkana Division. Munda rebellion, next topic is, it was one of the prominent tribal rebellion of this period occurred in Ranchi, known as the Ulugulan Rebellion. This means great tumult. The Munda people were familiar with the cooperative and collective farming. It is known as the Hunkati. Kate means joint coal land system. Because of all the one people's land were jointly farming method. Jointly they farmed the land. That is the joint holding land system or Hunkati land system. It was totally eroded by the introduction of private ownership of the land because of the intrusion of merchants and moneylenders. The Munda people were forcefully recruited as the indentured laborers to work on plantation. In the 1819s, the tribal chief offered resistance against the alienation of the tribal people from their land and imposition of Bedbahari or forced labor. Bedbahari means forced labor because the one book in one word, note the point. Bedbahari, forced labor. Next one is Hunkate is joint holding. That is the book in one word.